Hey there, welcome. Welcome to Rise and Receive. This is an opportunity in your day to stop whatever you're doing to explore how to receive fulfillment in your life by unlearning struggle. So today we are going to talk about tip number 9 in a series of the top 10 tips to invite fulfilling relationships. So today's tip is called See Opportunities. So what I invite you to do is take a moment to think about where in your life would you like to invite opportunities in terms of fulfillment in your relationships. And here's the key word, that are beyond what you've ever experienced before, beyond what you thought was possible, beyond what you think you can have, beyond what you believe is even possible. Beyond is the word. And so this tip around seeing opportunities is one of the ways to tap into inviting beyond your upper limits, beyond. So settle into that kind of contemplation. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I mentor ambitious, goal-oriented people to surpass their limits with ease and speed. And the way that I do this is that I illuminate the behaviors and the blind spots that are unique to outcome-driven people. Because if there's one thing that I've learned after 20 plus years as a coach is that outcome-driven people, ambitious, goal-oriented people are really good at pursuing their goals and dreams, but not so good at receiving their goals and dreams. And receiving is its own skill set that is based in a power model that is different than what ambitious, goal-oriented people are more familiar with. You see, outcome-driven people really rely on the doing model of power, a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, and a lot of action, but are less familiar with the being model of power, which instead of thinking is about awareness, experiences, feelings, and the inner world, the inner terrain of your consciousness. When you don't have that skill set, then what happens is you pursue your goals, and when they don't come true, what do? We work even harder. And that is the cause of your upper limit. But when you learn how to receive, all sorts of things become possible. So with that, let's move on to tip number 9, which is see opportunities. So let's begin by talking about the difference between how doing and being models of power approach relationships. So doing, like the hunter, is going to be destination or conclusion oriented. We got a target, we go after it, we try to capture it, and we're done. We're going to arrive, we have a destination, a final goal, and we're going to have a conclusion. And then you're done. Okay. In the being model of power, however, the being is journey or experience oriented. There is no conclusion. The tree is the symbol for the being model of power, and the tree doesn't arrive. It's just eternally growing, experiencing and receiving life, and expanding in its presence, in its power, in its impact, in its reach. And it even grows just by standing there. So the being model of power has power as it expands and receives from life all day long without thinking, without analyzing, without hunting. There's no destination. The journey and the experience is what it's all about. So here's the thing. With relationships, you never arrive. You never arrive. But when you approach relationships from a goal-oriented conclusion or destination lens, then you run into problems, because even if you get these certain goals that you want, the relationship is still here. Then what, right? Well, you can keep setting goals, but then it's kind of like these markers along the way instead of this ongoing experience that invites beyond what you could ever hunt or capture on your own. So that's where we're going to begin. Now let's talk about how to actually see opportunities and how this invites fulfillment beyond what you've ever imagined possible. So if you're in doing mode and you're looking at the relationship like a conclusion, an arrival, a finite destination, then what happens is when you feel good, all right, you'll enjoy the relationship. But when you feel bad, you're going to see it as a problem to solve. And you're going to seek safety by controlling something. Either you're going to try to control the other person, or you're going to try to control your own feelings or yourself. You're also going to try to get control and safety by understanding, so a whole lot of head activity. And you're also going to try to contain the situation, because if you can contain it and it can't be like the animal that you're hunting that's just out of control, then you're safe. Okay? So when you feel good, you enjoy it, but when you feel bad, you're going to seek safety through control when you're in that doing model. However, when you're in a relationship and you're in the being model of power, okay, then when you feel good, when the relationship feels good, you're going to enjoy it. But when it feels bad, this is where you can really tap into beyond. You start to see everything through the lens of opportunity. Oh, this thing happened and I feel bad. I'm having a reaction. I wonder what the opportunity is here. So the opportunity always in relationship, because you never arrive, is to grow, is to learn, and is to heal. So let's talk about how to make the most of this opportunity when you're looking at relationships from this lens. I came up with 3 things that are just something that you can really take away to experiment with. So how to make the most of the opportunities to grow, learn, and heal in relationships. Number 1, practice awareness. So if you feel bad or you're having a reaction, the more you can practice becoming aware of it rather than reacting, because doing thinks and analyzes, being practices awareness. So you can kind of think of it as 2 aspects of your conscious thinking mind. So you're like, oh, I'm aware that they're having a reaction, or they're having feelings, or they said something and I'm having a reaction. You just become aware of what's happening. Then you stop, breathe, and get curious. Get curious. All right. Curiosity is an invitation. Number 2, remember. So this is a remember. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. So when something happens in a relationship, if it feels bad, one of the things that we can do when we're reacting and we're unconscious and we're in trying to arrive and get control over something is we'll make it about the other person. And we can slip into, oh, they're doing this and they're doing that, and I wish they'd change this, or I wish they would do something differently. When you've got your attention on the other person changing so that you can control something and feel safe, there's no power there. There's a difference between control versus power. Control is externally oriented and it's force over something. But when you remember, oh, wherever I go, there I am, and you bring the awareness back to yourself, okay, then you can ask the question, where do I have power here? Now, even if you don't know the answer to that question, just bringing the attention back to you when you're having a reaction, that's going to invite beyond, because there's your opportunity to learn, grow, or heal. Because wherever you go in any relationship, you're still you. You're the common denominator. Okay. Number 3, be a student. Look at relationships as that opportunity to learn, grow, and heal. And here's the thing about relationships. They are comprised of learnable skills. So if you've ever had the feeling like, you know what, I'm bad at relationships, I don't know how to do this, I always attract this kind of person, or I don't attract any kind of person, or at work, I always have these problems. It's really interesting when you start to look at your experience of relationships and start to see, there's a pattern here, right? If there's a pattern here, it's an opportunity to be a student and learn something, whether it's something about yourself, something about relationship skills, and that will allow you to go to the next level beyond what you've ever known possible before. So those are 3 ways to make the most of the opportunities that relationships present. Practice awareness, okay? If you feel bad, stop, breathe, get curious. Number 2, remember, wherever you go, there you are. You can make it be about the other person, not very powerful. Okay, it's important to gather information about the kind of people you attract in your life, but to really take the opportunity to grow, learn, and heal, bring the awareness back to you. Where do I have power here? Even if you don't know, the question invites new awarenesses. And number 3, be a student. Relationships are comprised of learnable skills. All right. So how does all of this invite greater fulfillment? Curiosity invites beyond. Okay. When you're not curious and you think you either know all the answers or you simply aren't curious, what you know is what you get. When you become curious, because your consciousness creates your reality. Your consciousness is the terrain of the being model of power. When you're curious, it's the invitation, just simply through consciousness, to invite awarenesses, teachers, opportunities, insights, all kinds of resources. They just start to show up in your life because you become an invitation for beyond. All right. So with that, I'd love to share with you the card that inspired today's tip. It is be aware. Be aware, right? See opportunities. So the affirmation that you can practice, if you want one thing to take away, is this: I am willing to be aware of all the good that I am receiving right now. I am willing to be aware of the opportunities that are here in any situation. This card comes from, where'd my box go? The Receive Oracle card deck. And you can get this at Amazon if you like. It's got lots of receiving principles that you can start playing with and learning from. All right. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. Click the red subscribe button. I'll let you know each time I release a new video. And if you'd like to join other like-minded and like-hearted people who are exploring how to receive their fulfillment by unlearning struggle, check the link that I'll include above or below, depending on where you are. Join the Receive community. That's all we do, is learn how to receive. Remember, you cannot receive what you most want if you don't know how to receive. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.